Hey Dreamweavers, let me ask you something. Have you ever felt like the life you're living isn't the one your soul signed up for? Like somewhere along the way, someone else picked up your destiny, wore it like a coat, and smiled at you like they were doing you a favor? If you've ever felt drained around people who claim to love you, if you've ever had your ideas stolen, your light dimmed, or your voice softened just to keep the peace, you might have experienced what I call destiny swapping. And baby, today we're pulling back the veil, not to shame, not to blame, but to reclaim. Because your dreams, they're not just whispers, they're soul contracts, and it's time we start honoring them again. Let's talk about the good daughter destiny swap, Stephanie's story. Stephanie was always the dependable one, the one who kept the family afloat when everything else felt like it was sinking. She stayed in the same small Florida town she grew up in, took care of her aging mother, raised her nieces and nephews while her sister chased dreams across state lines. But let's go back, way back. Stephanie used to dream of touring the world, singing gospel songs with a voice that could hush a room and stir a soul. Her choir director once told her, "God gave you that voice to move mountains." But every time she mentioned singing professionally, her mother would say, "That's not what good girls do. What if you end up lost like your cousin Yolanda?" Her sister, she would guilt trip her with lines like, "You ain't gonna leave me with mama and these kids, are you?" And so she stayed. She became the family's anchor, but her dreams slowly drifted away. Fast forward 15 years, Stephanie's sister is now a semi-famous lifestyle influencer. Her content based on the affirmations, recipes, and devotionals Stephanie scribbled in her journals. Her mother brags about that sister to the church ladies like she's the second coming. Stephanie, she wakes up at 6 in the morning, makes coffee, checks blood pressure meds, and hums songs that never got sung. Sometimes, in the stillness of the night, she sings to herself in the kitchen while no one is listening. Her voice, still warm and rich, aches to be heard. She wonders what would have happened if she'd said yes to herself just once. Destiny swapping lesson: when people convince you that their needs matter more than your dreams and you comply, you give them the steering wheel to your soul's vehicle. Next, let's talk about the ride or die destiny swap, Jamisa's story. Jamisa met him when they were both broke. She worked nights and weekends to help him through culinary school, paid for his chef knives, his coat, his test fees. She believed in his dream more than he did, built his brand from the ground up, designed his first website, cooked his practice dishes, passed out flyers, managed his bookings. He finally opened a restaurant. There was no grand gesture of appreciation, no shout out, not even her name listed on the team page. He hired someone else, an old friend from high school, to be his operations manager. 2 months later, Jamesa was served divorce papers. Now he's the gritty success story featured on daytime TV, cooking her recipes, telling his truth. And Jamesa, she's left rebuilding not just her heart, but the identity she poured into his dream. She questioned herself. Did she push him too hard? Did she give too much? She replayed every memory, trying to find the moment it all changed. But it didn't happen overnight. It was the slow erosion of trust masked as progress. Her story is a reminder: loyalty doesn't mean losing yourself. Destiny swapping lesson: people will wear your energy like armor, then discard you once they found an audience. This is spiritual theft disguised as partnership. Last, let's talk about the best friend destiny swap, Natalie's story. Natalie had a dream, a vibrant dream. A healing brand for women over 40, journals, rituals, retreats, a soft place for transformation. She shared it with her best friend, every detail, every idea. But every time she did, her friend replied with, "That sounds cute, but the market's so saturated. You should probably wait until your husband's PTSD settles down." Behind the scenes, that same friend was building her own platform. Using the same pillars, using language Natalie coined, launching before Natalie ever found her footing. When Natalie finally stepped forward, she was told she was copying, told she was too late. That betrayal cut deep. Natalie had to wrestle with herself. Was she imagining it? Was she being petty? But deep down, she knew her intuition was right. She had to grieve the friendship and the loss of her own momentum. Destiny swapping lesson: jealousy doesn't always show up with fangs. Sometimes it shows up in the form of concerned friends who delay your glow while quietly building their own. Always remember that you are the original. Listen, Dreamweaver, you were the blueprint. You were the channel, the womb of the vision. Your dreams didn't just come to you for decoration, they came for activation. And yes, people saw that. They saw your light and thought, let me siphon it before she realizes what she has. But guess what? It's not too late. You can reclaim it. Your gifts, still yours. Your path, still glowing. You are not too old. You are not too late. You are not too tired. You are just in time to become who you've always been. Because imitation may be flattery, but it's also confirmation. They copied you because you're the origin, the root, the source. You are the storm and the stillness. You are the vision and the vessel. And now you're becoming the voice. What destiny swapping looks like. You downplay your talent so your friend can shine. You delay your launch to make someone else comfortable. You say yes out of guilt and lose years of your life. You let someone take credit for your emotional labor. You support someone's dream while shelving your own. You overgive while others overtake. You second guess yourself because someone planted seeds of doubt. You shrink because they told you your dreams were too much. But the truth is, your dreams are not optional, they are your birthright. You were never meant to be the background music to someone else's spotlight. You were meant to lead the chorus. You were meant to write the lyrics. You were meant to take center stage. It's time to call back your energy. Pisces, Dreamweaver, woman and man of the tides, it's time to reclaim what was always yours. You are not behind. You are being refined. Everything they tried to take, it only grew stronger in the soil of your soul. Say it with me. I call back my energy. I call back my purpose. I call back my voice. You were not meant to shrink. You were meant to expand. This is your destiny, and it's calling. There is no expiration date on your potential, and there is no power greater than a woman who remembers who she is. You don't need permission. You need your own yes, and once you give it to yourself, the entire universe will rearrange to support it. You didn't lose your way. You were gathering wisdom. You didn't fall behind. You were being initiated. You didn't forget. You were being prepared to remember. And now that you've remembered, there's no turning back. Now it's time to keep weaving. So now I ask you, what dreams have you shelved that are ready to be resurrected? Write them down. Speak them into your journal. Whisper them into the mirror under a full moon if you have to just bring them back into the light. Because here in the Pisces After 40 Dreamweavers community, we don't just dream, we remember, we reclaim, and we rebirth. If this message stirred something in your soul, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone you love. Share it with someone who forgot their magic. Speak life into someone else's vision and watch yours grow too. And if you're ready to go deeper, if you're ready to awaken your voice, your vision, and your vibration, then come on over to the Pisces After 40 Dreamweavers community. This is your sacred space to grow, heal, and dream again. Let this be the chapter where you say yes to yourself. Let this be the year you stop asking permission. Let this be the moment your destiny begins to unfold. And let it be known, you are no longer handing out pieces of your magic. You are standing whole, fully radiant, fully restored. Until next time, stay divine, stay dreamy, and as always, let's keep weaving the dream together.